Ravens at the Broncos, and unfortunate here by Teddy Bridgewater, gets knocked out of the game with a concussion. Unfortunate. Really wanted to see what Teddy Bridgewater could do for the full game, finally against a good opponent here for the Broncos to face in the Ravens. But Ravens get the better of the Broncos. They win 23-7. But let's start here with Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos, because he kind of gets knocked out. I believe he doesn't return for halftime. When does he officially get knocked out? He's still out here, right here. He's playing all the way. Does he come back out after halftime? No, so he plays the entire first half. Teddy Bridgewater does. Unfortunately, gets the concussion, like we said. But Teddy Bridgewater, 7 of 16 for only 65 yards and a touchdown. So bad completion percentage. Dink and dunk. He did score a touchdown. We'll give him that. When did this touchdown come? They got off the board, got out to first on the scoreboard, making it 7-0, so that's not bad. But let's look at and we're definitely going to look at Teddy Bridgewater a little bit more in depth Wednesday in our film study show to really see if he was dinking and dunking and not taking those opportunities down the field, because if we're just looking at a stat line, that's dink and dunk and not taking advantage, pushing the ball down the field. So let's quickly just look at these drive charts quickly in the first half by Teddy B and see why these drives stalled. But 1st and 10, pass incomplete at the Baltimore 49-yard line at midfield. 1st and 10, pass incomplete. 2nd and 10, pass incomplete. 3rd and 10, and he takes a sack. That's their first drive. They have to punt. Second drive, we get a 19-yard pass to open up the drive, then a 1-yard run, pass incomplete on 2nd and 9, pass incomplete on 3rd and 9. So Teddy Bridgewater now having to face a better defense, not able to get it done. Then the third drive, what do we get here? We get a 4-yard run, a 14-yard run to pick up the first down. Then at 1st and 10, we get a 3-yard run. 2nd and 7, pass incomplete. 3rd and 7, it's a 5-yard penalty. So now 3rd and 12, it's a 3-yard pass, dink and dunk, and they have to punt. They don't pick up the first down. Then they go on the touchdown drive. Let's see how they got this. They start at their own 43-yard line, and then they get a 31-yard run by Javonte Williams to set them up inside the 10, and then a 3-yard run, and then Teddy Bridgewater short to the left to Noah Fant, their tight end, for 3 yards for the touchdown. So not really airing it out. Their next drive, first drive of the second quarter, 3 and out. We get a pass incomplete, a 3-yard run, and then a 6-yard sack on 3rd and 7. Next drive up, we get a 12-yard pass, a 14-yard pass. So they're starting to go, but then a 3-yard run, a minus 3-yard run, and then a 3-yard pass on 3rd and 10. Not enough to pick up the first down. And then their last drive, a minute left in the first half. We get a pass incomplete, and then they have to punt the ball. So just unfortunate there by Teddy B. Ravens defense locking him up. We'll see how he's looking, but not a great performance here by Teddy Bridgewater, and didn't have a chance in the second half to really kind of show, hey, I can come back, because they were down 17-7 going into halftime, and Teddy Bridgewater just didn't have that opportunity to show, hey, I can put that behind me and get it done in the clutch. So truly unfortunate there by Teddy Bridgewater. Out with the concussion. We'll see if he's good to go for next week. But Drew Lock takes over and doesn't do anything, better. This is why, we wanted to see Teddy Bridgewater out there as a starter. Drew Lock goes 12 of 21, 57% completion percentage, 113 yards, and he throws a pick in classic Drew Lock fashion out here. He throws this pick at the very last drive of the game when they're down 23-7, just trying to do something. So the pick won't really use against Drew Lock, but overall he wasn't able to move the ball either, and this was his opportunity to shine. Hey, you didn't choose me, that's fine, but I've been waiting in the wings and I'm going to take advantage of my moment. Wasn't able to do that. Let's read the drive charts. We're not going to go into all the plays here, but this is what Drew Lock did. 8 plays, 22 yards, have to punt. 5 plays, 18 yards, have to punt. 3 plays, 5 yards, have to punt. 4 yards, 10 plays, 4 plays, 10 yards, have to punt. 8 plays, 70 yards, and he throws the interception. Unfortunate. So nothing great quarterback-wise. Give credit to this Ravens defense. All right, rushing the ball wise, Melvin Gordon, 9 carries, 56 yards for the Broncos, and Javonte Williams, 7 carries for 48 yards. We saw, him rip off the 30-plus yard run there, no touchdown. But running back by committee, it's all right, but why would you not stick with this rushing attack? Why are you only rushing the ball 14 times, especially when Teddy Bridgewater goes down? Why are you having the Drew Lock throw the ball 21 times? I understand you are down in this game and don't want to truly abandon the run, but it's only a 10-point game. It's only two-possession game. So, once again, just not the best offensive play calling here by the Broncos, potentially, with all the passes here for not the best reasons. So, unfortunate there. All right, let's see who was catching the ball here. Cortland Sutton, leading receiver, 3 receptions, 47 yards. Noah Fant, 6 receptions, 46 yards, and a touchdown. And this tight end was targeted the most times, and that's no surprise by having, Drew Lock in and Teddy Bridgewater not able to kind of go anywhere with the ball. Tim Patrick, 3 receptions, 39 yards. Kendall Hinton, 1 reception, 13 yards. Melvin Gordon, 2 receptions, 11 yards. Still no Jerry Jeudy, and it still hurt him here against a good defense in the Ravens. All right, now let's see what the Ravens did. Lamar Jackson goes 22 of 37 for 316 yards. This is what we're talking about. 22 of 37, only 59% completion percentage. We want to see more completion percentage here, more better efficiency here by Lamar Jackson. The 316 passing yards I'll definitely take. 1 touchdown, no interception. I don't believe anybody turned the ball over here for the Ravens, which is fantastic. I just would like to see better completion percentage here by Lamar Jackson. Other than that, everything's good. Latavius Murray, leading rusher here for the Ravens, which is kind of crazy to say. It's usually Lamar Jackson. But Latavius Murray, 18 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, only 7 carries for 28 yards. Real interesting. All right, and then let's see who was catching the ball here by Lamar Jackson. Marquise Brown, back at it, baby. Shook off the poor performance last week and truly got it done this week. 4 receptions for 91 yards and a touchdown, and he had this big old play here. 7-7 game in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson absolutely launching, slinging this ball. He's going to throw this one from his own 40. We'll call it 45-yard line all the way down like 5 yards into the end zone, folks. So 50, add another 10. That's like 60 yards through the air, folks. We all know Lamar's got a cannon of an arm. But yeah, from the 45, down 5 yards in the middle of the end zone. And Marquise Hollywood Brown makes an absolutely great diving catch to make up for all of his garbage drops last week. And it comes to break the tie. Well done by Marquise Brown last night. Then we have James Proche, 5 receptions for 74 yards. Mark Andrews, 5 receptions for 67 yards. Sammy Watkins, 4 receptions for 49 yards. Devin Duvernay, 3 receptions for 31 yards. Unfortunately, their rookie wide receiver Bateman does not go this week, and they were still able to get it done in the passing game. So that's a real good side heading into the next week. But well done by the Ravens. Took a slow start to get it going, but once they got it going, the Broncos couldn't keep up pace, and the Ravens were just kind of running out the ball. And we get this right here. So if you're watching this game, you know about the kind of 100-yard consecutive rushing games. So they needed like 3 more yards, and the game was over. We can bring it up on the drive chart. The game was over here in the fourth quarter, and they were trying to stay out there to break the record. So instead of just kneeing it with 3 seconds to go, they have Lamar Jackson run for 5 yards so they can keep the record going. They rushed over 100 yards in this game, so they're at like 43 consecutive 100-yard rushing games, and the record is like 44. They tied the record, whatever it was, and it was with the Steelers. That's why they wanted to do it. But the reason why I bring this up is because John Harbaugh, does he just want attention? What's up with that? I mean, every week it's John Harbaugh saying, hey, I made this call. Hey, I made this call. Hey, Lamar Jackson, you want to make this call? You know, that whole big thing 2 weeks ago with, them going for it on 4th down. And, John Harbaugh, the video, the clip, you can see his lips moving. Hey, Lamar, you want to go for this? And then after he's like, yeah, I left it up to Lamar Jackson, but I just had so much confidence. I was like, hey, you want to go for it? So John Harbaugh trying to get in the coaching spotlight here, and then to keep the record going with the rushing record, John Harbaugh says, quote, 100% my call for going with the rushing record. So John Harbaugh trying to get his name in the spotlight here. Is he getting kind of overshadowed by Sean McVay a little bit, by Bruce Arians, by the whole storyline this week of Bill versus Brady? Is John Harbaugh trying to be like, hey, y'all forgetting about me over here. I'm a good coach too. See, I let my quarterbacks go for it on 4th down. See, I let my players, we want this record, and this means a lot to us because it's division rival Steelers who hold the current record, and we want to break that record. So, hey, this was my call. I'm doing all this. See how great of a head coach I am? Huh? Just something to keep an eye on, and once games kind of get closer, middle of the season, back end of the season, when games are truly starting to matter for playoff positioning, we're going to have to keep an eye on if this kind of big kind of John Harbaugh wanting all this tension and recognition, if it kind of costs him because he gets a little cute and a little bit smurfy, hey, I'm going to go for it on 4th down when it's a tie game at midfield against the Chiefs so I can beat them, and that doesn't go, and then they lose the game because of that. Is it going to bite him in the butt? So just something to keep our eye on as we progress through the season. John Harbaugh trying to kind of be like, hey, I'm a big brain, great coach over here. Pay attention to me. Just what we're seeing, folks. That's all we're seeing. So we'll keep an eye on it. Is it right? Is what we're saying nonsense? We'll see as the season progresses. But so far, this has only been 4 games, but he wants his kind of name on all these decisions. He wants his credit. 100% my call. That's what he said. So we'll keep an eye on John Harbaugh. Just acknowledge him a little bit more. Just acknowledge him, mainstream media. Give John Harbaugh the credit he deserves, okay? And then he won't be seeking the attention.